Hello everyone and welcome back to Bitcoin Tips. So today we're going to be talking about Bitaxe, what it is, what Bitcoin solo mining is, and how it could possibly earn you over 3 Bitcoin here in 2025. So if all of that sounds interesting to you, I do want to make sure to ask you to stick around through the entire video so that you don't miss out on any of the great information that I have to help you earn more and build your holdings in 2025 even faster. So, as we dive into the video, I want to start off here on CoinMarketCap, just setting the tone for today's video, as in what prices are currently at, how the volume is looking, what overall crypto is doing. And overall, as you can see, we're down slightly, but still up pretty decently over the last few months here to a total market cap of 3.41 trillion, with Bitcoin being down about 1% today to just under $108,000. Now, of course, Bitcoin has hit some all-time highs over the past few days, which is awesome to see. And with that, Bitcoin mining is becoming even more profitable. But with the way that Bitcoin has evolved over time, if you're not familiar with it, Bitcoin is what's called a proof of work coin, where you have to use your computer to solve mathematical problems, and because you're doing that, you're earning Bitcoin as a reward. Back when Bitcoin first came out, this was something that anyone and everyone could do with their CPU in an old laptop, a desktop. Back then in 2009, 2010, it was dual core computers that were doing all this work. Then people figured out that it was GPUs that could do it even faster, and eventually, after GPUs, came ASICs. One of the most well-known companies here is Bitmain. They make the Antminer ASIC Bitcoin miners. So if we go into here, you can see they've got a ton of different options here. But if we take a look here just at, say, let's do the S21 Pro. If we click into here, you can see that this is a fairly standard ASIC miner. It looks like most of the other ones. It's basically just an aluminum box with a couple fans on the ends, and then the big power supply there. Of course, inside of there is all of the hashing power, the boards that are actually doing the calculation, but it's very small, compact, compared to an entire GPU mining setup. Pretty small and compact for the power that you get. So you might be thinking, well, I'm just going to go out and get one of these. Well, that's a great idea. I'd recommend it, but it's probably not realistic. These devices are extremely loud, produce a lot of heat, and use an incredible amount of power. As you can see here, this is getting 234 terahashes, which is an awesome amount of mining power, but it's also using 3,500 watts. Now that is a lot of electricity, and if you are here in North America, this actually is not going to work in your home without some specific upgrades. So if we come over here to the specifications, you can see that this only works on 220 to 277 volts. So in North America, the standard is 110, 120. To get this, you're gonna have to put in a new dedicated breaker that allows this to run. As you can see, it's 20 amps, so nothing crazy in terms of the amps, but if that's not something you're considering, it is an additional cost to have an electrician come out and install that for you, so that's something to keep in mind. And then on top of that, they are extremely loud and they have a lot of heat generation. So all this to say, what can you do to mine Bitcoin at home in 2025? Well, that's where a device like Bitaxe, or I guess a company like Bitaxe, they have a few different devices, comes into play. Now, this is a little bit of a different approach, where with the ASIC miners, you're usually working in a pool to help boost up everybody's earnings and find more blocks. Whereas with the Bitaxe device, you're going to be doing what's called solo mining. And solo mining means basically what it says. You're mining on your own in hopes of finding a block, and if you do find a block, you're going to get to keep the whole thing, minus any possible fees for processing, things like that, depending on the service that you're using. So right now, the Bitcoin reward is 3.125 Bitcoin per block, meaning that if you found a block using one of these devices, you're going to earn over $300,000 at today's current price. So what is Bitaxe and how is it different than Bitmain? Well, the biggest thing is that this is an open source project, meaning that all of the hardware, design, software, and pretty much the entire package is here online, free for you to take and download and build your own, all the way from designing the PCB to mining, or take an already existing one, learn about what it's using, and build on it, upgrade it, make it better. Whereas this Bitmain one, it's just an out-of-the-box, ready to go. Now, of course, Bitaxe does have out-of-the-box, ready to go, which we'll talk about in just a second, but they're really giving the power back into the mining community to take these devices, make them better, and really understand what is going on when it comes to crypto mining. Now, maybe that's not something you're necessarily interested in, and you're just looking to start mining at home. Well, they have a ton of different ways to do that. So here on the Bitaxe website, I wanted to find their models here, but let's see here, source, hardware design, and then the Bitaxe Gamma. So this is the one I did a review on a few days back, so I'd recommend watching that to see the actual device and kind of what it's about. But as you can see here, this is basically what it looks like. It's got a little screen, little fan, and it just does the mining for you. But what's really cool is that you can go ahead and purchase these straight up, brand new, ready to mine from Solo Satoshi here. So if we go into this and look at some of the stats, instead of using several thousand watts, this is going to give you 1.2 terahashes, so definitely a lower amount of speed, but it's only going to use 18 watts. So you could get a few of these going and really be using significantly less than that big ASIC. And what's cool is this just works on all power. So it comes with a little power supply, North American or European, depending on where you are. And then they do have two stand options, the stackable stand here and the upright stand, which you saw in the first picture. So very, very cool. Now, why would you want to get this over a bigger ASIC? Well, there's a few pros and there's a few cons. With Bitaxe, of course, with it being an open source device, as you can see on GitHub here, they have all of the information for you, so you can take and modify this, build it, upgrade it, learn about it, and just use it as an overall experience to dive into cryptocurrency mining with Bitcoin. This also uses the S21 Pro chips, which is really cool. So basically you're getting the same device just in a much smaller package, and with that smaller package comes less power and less noise. So it really allows you to mine at home reasonably, and with the added luck of, if you did find a block, you would be earning over $300,000. So some of the drawbacks here, of course, with solo mining, it is a very heavily luck-based system. Chances are you might never find a block, but you can use this as a learning experience, that device, and you never know. You might find one of those blocks. Now, of course, some of the cons with the ASIC, the full-blown S21 Pro, is its noise, its heat, its, just kind of the power usage and everything around it. So that's where I think these Bitaxes come in handy and really allow you to learn and mine at the same time. So again, I will put a link down below if you are interested in checking this out and possibly purchasing one. Right now they are on sale for about $149, and as you can see, there's a couple other ones out here, which stay tuned and make sure you're subscribed to Bitcoin Tips, because I'm hoping to get a review out about the new NerdAxe Plus Hydro miner here once that comes available. So thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Bitcoin Tips. It really does help us out and allow us to continue making these videos for free here on YouTube for you. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next video.